Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. I have some other decks by Ciro. This one has a different website, I'm noticing. It's llewellyn.com. I think the other website is usgamesinc.com. I think I used it in the last week. So if you look at the section before this one, the run before this one, whatever you want to call it, or just look up Ciro Marchetti, you'll probably find out all his information. So if you like his stuff, there's that information. Supportive Oracle cards, spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. There's their full names if you want to check them out. There's a website for them, shewhoisart.com. There's a couple other websites there too. Feel free to freeze frame and check out what you'd like, of course, if you'd like. What do we have for Pisces? Ooh, you got something. You got something to say. What do you got to say? You got a lot to say, apparently. What's going on? What do you got to say to who? You got the Queen and Knight of Swords starting right off. Like you have something to say. This one card, what? Transformation is popping up. I like this card a lot. I think it's very pretty. We'll just leave that there. I can put this back there. It just kind of popped out from the middle. You have something to say. Things need to change. What's confusing me is that the situation goes well for you. I'm very confident it goes well for you, but when you see this card coming in, it's the Three of Swords, which is usually heartbreak, and that doesn't... I keep feeling like really, though, that this goes well for you, because this is like what's helping you move forward. You have something to say, you're venting something out, you're talking about something. The subject matter may be something you really don't care for. It could be something is happening that you don't have any control over, but it may be like this, what's happened has happened, and the fact that you are talking about it, that's what's good about it. Because this is like going really well for you, but the fact that this is a difficult card, so the fact that I'm like really, really confident that this goes well for you. The situation you do not feel... I don't know. It's like you're handling it really well. It's really good for you. I just feel like you're not, when it's happening, you're not seeing it that way. When it's happening, you're like, no, this sucks so much, I don't even know. This is like being stuck in a vacuum. This sucks so much. This just feels like I'm in a tornado. I hate it. No. I don't like this. But I do feel like you're talking, you're definitely communicating, whether you expected to or not. And when you do communicate, you're setting the standard and you're setting something, like you're putting something in motion. Something is going where it's supposed to go. You're putting a piece in the correct place. It almost feels like you don't even realize how strong you are in this moment. To you, it's just like, well, I just did what I had to do. I just have this really strong feeling like you're not seeing yourself as strong in this moment. This is really strange. I'm saying this as a Pisces myself, too, so it's kind of like, I don't think this is what... You're not thinking I'm strong, or you're not thinking I can handle this. You're not even thinking it's... I don't think you're letting yourself think about it enough to realize how hard this is. You're just dealing with it as it happens, and you're doing really well, and you're extremely strong with it, but I feel like you're a little bit disconnected. Pisces do that. Okay, I'm kind of connecting to this a little better. Pisces have this warm, cold, or hot, cold sometimes. We can be very warm and loving. We can be very cold and distant. Sometimes we do go through things. I'm saying this as a Pisces myself. At least I've noticed this. You can let me know what you feel. If things get a little bit too much, sometimes we just go very analytical and we shut off the emotion. I don't know. I've done it myself. Like you just get through it, then you think about it after, or maybe sometimes you don't think about it at all. I think this is one of those moments where you're just getting through it and you're just not overthinking it. and you're not realizing how hard it really was, and you're really just getting through it. You're stabilizing a lot of things. People are really kind of impressed with how you're handling it. People are impressed. The Hermit is like your ally in this situation, which is very interesting. Sometimes the Hermit is Virgo energy. Virgo is Pisces opposite. I tend to get along with Virgos, although Pisces and Virgo don't usually get along. Not in a bad way, but like Pisces usually thinks that Virgo nitpicks and is kind of out to get them. And Virgo thinks Pisces has got their head in the clouds somewhere and it is very unreliable. So the two of them don't usually match. Although in my case, I get along with Virgos. I don't know what to say about that. I do. I think the point of this card is, though, like, you might have some people who normally maybe don't have the most confidence in you. Let's just say that. Maybe they just don't usually believe that you're going to do well with things, or you start to do something and they take it over, or they start dictating how you need to handle it. In this situation, though, they seem to be very quiet and just letting you do what you need to do, and they're kind of impressed with how you're handling yourself. You're getting things done, you're just moving forward, you're taking care of it, you're moving on. The situation is like, that's Three of Swords. It's like you are doing really well. It is going to go very well for you. You don't like it while it's going on. You do seem to have to disconnect from it to get through it. You do your best and you just get right through it. Like, it's really a difficult situation, but you're just like getting through it. I feel like if you were looking at the situation yourself, you're like, well, it's not a fun situation. I don't like it, but I'm making it through. I don't feel like you're connecting with how hard and how emotionally upsetting it is at the moment. You may do that after the fact. People are watching. What is this? What is this? Judgment with the Seven of Swords and willpower. People are watching. Nobody's getting away. There's this weird thing where people think they're just going to slip around you. How do I explain this one? It's like people are waiting to get something. They think they're going to slip around you and get something away from you. But it's like, it's almost like people are expecting to go in your house and take something of yours when you least, or like when you go to work, or like they're just waiting for the opportunity. Meanwhile, by the time they get the opportunity, you turns out you sold the house, and or whatever it is they wanted, it's gone by the time they try to get it. I just feel it's like there's something you have that they want, and they're just biding their time for the moment, and they're just kind of they're going to wait for your defenses to be low, and they think they're just going to swoop in and get what they want and walk away, but they're not going to realize whatever it is they're trying to get from you. I just feel like I need to make this simpler. It's almost like, say you have $100 in your pocket and they think they're going to snatch that from you. They're going to pickpocket it from you when you're not paying attention. By the time they go around and they get their opportunity to pickpocket you, you've already spent the $100, or you put it in the bank, or you put it somewhere. It's gone. It's too late. They're way too late. So they think they're setting you up to get the betterment of you. The thing is, judgment is being rendered correctly in the sense of like they're not able to do that. Judgment is also kind of hidden, though. I feel like there's this sneaky little energy, but I don't see you like really connecting to it. No, you're just not connecting to it. There's too much going on, and you're focusing on what you need to get done. I just feel like this is one of those moments where it's kind of like, I don't have time to police that. I don't even want to. And I don't know what they're really doing, but I don't really care. It's not like a mean thing. It's just kind of like, I just have too much going on, and I really just don't care. So I'm not going to worry about it. That's just kind of how it is. Not like, it's not against, it's just basically kind of like overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. I don't have any room for that. It looks like tomfoolery. I don't have room for it, so I'm just going to not. Other people also are going to kind of rally around you quietly. What do you mean quietly? People are going to help you out and help things work out in your favor, but there's quietly helping you. Like, it's almost like, I like to use food analogies a lot. It's almost like you're getting ready to get this big dinner going that you really didn't want to do anyway, but it needs to be done. And you're cooking something that you really didn't want to make, but for whatever reason, that's the supplies you have. So you're going to make this dinner you don't really want to make, but that's what you have, so you're going to make it. And I feel like people are working around you and just helping you move forward. Like, if you're cooking a lot of things at once, they're just keeping an eye on things for you and helping you make sure things don't stay on the stove too long. Or, that things get done in the right time. They help in where necessary. Maybe they're helping you do dishes here and there. They're setting things up, but they're not like asking. They see where you're going. Like, you start setting up part of the table, then you go back to check the food. They continue setting up the table. It's like they see what you're making. So sort of if you're making a sauce, like, they're making sure they stir it for you when you don't have the time to. That way nothing burns, and they check the heat for you to make sure it doesn't get too hot. Or like if it starts bubbling, they're keeping an eye out for you. You know what I mean? If your pasta's cooking, whatever you're doing, like, they're helping you keep an eye on it. But they're not getting in your way. They're stepping right out of your way when you step forward. I don't think it's bothering you. It seems very silent in the sense of, like, I don't think people are asking you what you need or offering. They're just kind of helping where they see you need it. Like, oh, okay, Pisces is doing this. Let me just keep this going for Pisces. And they're just kind of looking out for you and aiding you along the way, so it's a little bit easier for you. Transformation going on here. If this, I don't know. I feel like when this comes to somebody, transformation can be like, is this the number 13? Because I'm getting like the 13. 13 in the tarot deck, I believe, is the death card. Because I'm getting like this death connection. There could be a death connection to this, possibly. This isn't something to be feared. It's just something, if it is, it is. It's just how it is. Because I'm getting this transformation with this Three of Swords. I keep feeling this transformation coming in. You're dealing with it the best you can. Things are going to be really stable and easy after this passes. I really think this is going to be one of those situations when you look back on it, you're going to look at how crazy it was and be like, yeah, I just kind of got through it and did it. I don't know. I don't remember how I did all of that, but I know I did it. It's one of those moments. People are looking out for you. I feel like people are noticing what you're choosing to do, and they're helping you make that move forward. People are taking the information you're giving, and they're making sure that things go smoothly for you. People are looking out for you. They want things to work your way. They want this to get easier. They seem to understand that this is stressful for you, and they just want it to be as easy as possible. People are really trying to make this work out, because it's like, once in a while, I'm usually not a fan of this interpretation of the star card, but it can be like a wish fulfillment, which is very awkward in this reading because, again, I don't think when it's going on you like it, but however it works out in the very end, I do feel like you make out better than you expected. You're not a fan of whatever went bad, but for whatever it was, the way it finally shook out is almost like wish fulfillment. I don't know how, like, especially if there's somebody passing, I can see, especially Pisces, like, I don't like that somebody passed. I'd rather that person was still here living life with me. But if they have to go, it's almost like whatever they did for you, they set something up for you so that, something in life got a lot easier for you after this. It's like best case scenario. It's awkward. It's awkward because it's kind of like, when I say wish fulfillment, it's just very kind of like, well, if wish fulfillment was really true, I'd still have that person in my life. I would definitely keep them over what I got from the situation. But I mean, for what it has to be, yeah, I guess that would, like, something is like left to you. Like, for some of you, you might get land or something like that, is what I'm getting. Or some type of something really unexpected. Some of you might get this heirloom that just might mean the world to you, something like that, like something that you noticed long ago that you're like, oh, I wish I had something like that. and they took notice of that and they left it to you in their will or something like that. Something like that. Because it's kind of like, oh, I love having this. I'd rather the person who originally owned it still be here and they still own it, but if they have to go, I'm thankful that they left it to me. Something like that. It's awkward. Awkward. It's not going to be a passing for everybody. Everybody likes it's a general read, but there's definitely a big transition. This could be like a business thing or like a work-related thing where for some reason things get very stressful. You got to handle a big boo-boo. Boo-boo? You don't like that it even happened, but for the way it shook out for you in the end, it was very positive. But I still feel like even in that scenario, you're looking back like if that boo-boo never happened, that would have been better anyway. That would have been better in your opinion. Are we good? All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.